walk a mile, and that takes care of 240.
Cool. Good.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to our Trophy Club Town Council meeting for April 11, 2023. The time is now 7 p.m., and I'll call us to order with all council members present for a quorum. There we go. Great job. We'll start with the invocation led by Pastor Joel Keeley of our church. Please stand, everyone.
All right, let's pray. God, you're a good God. We have a good town, and hopefully it's been a good day. But we know there's people that are hurting. Pray that we'd help. And I pray that we would take a little cue from trash day to day. Things inside of us, gossip or just discord or hate or racism or anything that's just not pure and true. I pray we just take that out, and that you would take that out, and we would work hard to support those that serve this town, our leaders, our first responders, the schools. Bless us with safety, and help us to be really, really lovers of peace, and sow peace into our neighborhoods and relationships. Bless the meeting tonight, and may it be marked by peace. And we just thank you that you love us so much. Through Jesus I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Okay, well, our mayor for a day will lead us in our pledges.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Cheers. There you go. See, I'm not as very much taller than you are, so I can get my chair. Okay, first we'll have announcements and reports, and our first item tonight is recognizing Miss Caroline Bellardello as, did I say your name right? How do you say your last name? I did. Okay, Bellardello as mayor for the day in Trophy Club. A proclamation of the Trophy Club Town Council proclaiming Carol Bellardello mayor for a day in Trophy Club, Texas. Whereas Caroline Bellardello is a first grade student at Beck Elementary, and whereas Caroline is an excellent student and has won awards in both kindergarten and first grade through the Beckopoly Entrepreneur Contest. This year, her team won the Best Customer Service Award for their first class lemonade business venture. And whereas being in elementary school typically means playing with friends, bike riding, pool parties, and spending quality family time, for Caroline, it also means finding some time to satisfy her enthusiasm for sports. She plays basketball, soccer, and has a purple belt in Taekwondo. Wow. She received a second place medal at the 2023 Spring National Taekwondo Tournament and hopes to be a black belt by the end of the year. And whereas Caroline is very active in her church, she attends Sunday school every week and assists with serving communion. Now, therefore, I, Alicia Fleury D'Elia, Mayor of the Town of Trophy Club, and in conjunction with the Town Council, do hereby proclaim April 11, 2023 as Caroline Bellardello Mayor for a day in Trophy Club. Passed and approved by the Trophy Club Town Council this 11th day of April 2023. And I move that we approve the proclamation as read.
Second.
Any discussion? Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? And the motion passes. So today is Mayor for a Day for Miss Caroline. And we're going to go ahead and read all the proclamations and vote, and then we'll go down and our Mayor for a Day will help present them all, okay? So the second one we have is the Arbor Day proclamation. A proclamation of the Trophy Club Town Council proclaiming April 28, 2023 as Arbor Day, recognizing that the year 2023 marks the 151st anniversary of Arbor Day. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday, called Arbor Day, was the first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska. And whereas Arbor Day is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees can be a solution to combating climate change by reducing the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, cutting heating and cooling costs, moderating the temperature, cleaning the air, producing life-giving oxygen, and providing habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource providing paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our own town increase property values, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Whereas the Town and Trophy Club has been recognized for the 19th straight year as a Tree City USA by the National Arbor Day Foundation. Now therefore, I, Mayor Alicia Fleury-Delia, in conjunction with the Trophy Club Town Council, do hereby proclaim April 28, 2023 as Arbor Day in Trophy Club, Texas. I move to pass the proclamation as read.
Second.
Okay, and all in favor? Any opposed? And it passes. Thank you. And now our next proclamation will be read by Mayor Pro Tem Dennis Sheridan.
Thank you, Mayor. We present this proclamation as requested by Trophy Club resident Scott Smith in the Denton chapter of the Sons of the American Revolution. Proclamation 2023-13, Town of Trophy Club, Texas. A proclamation of the Trophy Club Town Council proclaiming Patriots Day as April 17th, 2023 in Trophy Club, Texas. Whereas on April 19th marked the date in 1775 when the towns of Lexington and Concord, Massachusetts were marched upon by British soldiers on a mission to confiscate the American arsenal at Concord and capture Patriot leaders at Lexington. And whereas on April 18th and April 19th, 1775, Paul Revere and Samuel Prescott rode with William Dawes to spread the alarm from the country folk to be up and to be armed. And whereas the resulting first battle of the American Revolution saw the Redcoats outnumbered and outfought by the Patriots and now celebrated as Patriots Day. And whereas Patriots Day services to remind citizens of our revolution and the sacrifices endured during the years of struggle of the American independence by patriots such as William Dawes. And whereas we pay tribute to these patriots who first fell on the battlefield of the American Revolution in the struggle for American independence. Now, therefore, I, Mayor Alicia L. Fleury-Delia, in conjunction with the Town of Council, do hereby proclaim April 17, 2023 as Patriots Day in Trophy Club, Texas. Okay, all right, I'm sorry. And urge all citizens to become more knowledgeable of the role which the Revolutionary War played in establishing the United States of America. Passed and approved by the Council, by the Trophy Club Town Council this 11th day of April 2023. I so move.
I'll second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Any opposed? And it passes unanimously. I do want to note for our second proclamation, we do have our park board here with Dean Murray and Patrick Shrine to accept that, and also from our Rotary Club, Chastity Murphy, Alan Vivian Brucedale, and Dana Kaiser. So can we start with our Rotary Club and our park board, and then we'll go on to Patriots Day. I believe Miss Kelly Castanway is here to accept that proclamation. Yes, okay, great. All right. You can help me?
I'll learn to read sometime.
Doubtful.
That's right.
You finished?
Yeah, I will.
Members are here. And Tony? beside her. Here we go. All right. You can smile for Dad first, and you can smile for. Thanks, you guys. 19th year in a row, right? And can I have our, we want to shake hands. And our Rotary Club members that are here this evening. Awesome. There's our Rotary president right here, Ms. Chastity. You want to stand by?
But I'm not Rotary.
And our founder, our
Can we get the-
founder, Bruce Bill,
The back row in here?
Carl, and.
Wants to come out?
You want to come around? Yeah.
up here.
Come on.
I don't need to.
Squeeze it.
I'm not a real good singer, but he's.
Oh. All right. Thanks, you guys. Good to see you guys. Oh, what? Here you go. All right, and then for Patriots Day, Kelly?
My great to the fifth grandfather was there.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
You want to give it to
Miss
Kelly?
Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, and you stay right here because now I'm going to present you with your proclamation. And this is proclaiming you mayor for a day. So thank you for being with us this morning, or this afternoon. My goodness, my time zones are still a little messed up from my last trip. But thank you for being here with us this evening, and I hope you had fun with your police tour and your fire tour. And I hear that you're going to also ride in our fire engine next week or so. So I hope you have a really good time with that, and you come visit us anytime, okay? All right. You want to take one for Dad? Okay. And then, okay. Oh, you know what? Let me grab your goodies, too.
I'll bring them down.
Got 'em. Thank you guys so much. You come visit again, okay? You did a great job. And thank you for everyone who was here this evening to accept your proclamations. I don't know if Dennis or Carl mentioned, but I'm assuming the reason why Kelly was the recipient for Patriots Day is for her never-ending service to our military and our veterans, so thank you very much for that. And of course, our park board, thanks for keeping Trophy Club beautiful. And thank you to Ms. Caroline for being such a great mayor for a day. Okay, let's see. One final announcement for our interim town manager.
Yeah, before we move on to the Parks and Rec, I just wanted to take a moment and remind everybody that early voting starts on April 24th through May 2nd, and then Election Day is the 6th of May. So just a reminder to get out and vote. So, thank you. Tony?
Good evening, Mayor, Council. Thank you for your time this evening. I do have some updates in regards to our Parks and Recreation Department. The reason, in case you're wondering, the Rotary Club was here today to accept the proclamation is because they graciously are going to donate a tree for Arbor Day to help celebrate it at the end of this month. So we're going to meet at Independence Park East, April 28th at 8 a.m. It's a little early, but this is our first go-around, so we're going to give this a shot. And moving forward, we're going to make this event a little bit bigger, probably at Trophy Club Park moving forward. So, we thank them for donating the tree, and can't wait to get that going. Extravaganza was this past Saturday, and it was a huge success. We estimated about 2,500 parents and children that showed up. We had 17,000 eggs divided among all the groups, and the kids just had a fantastic time at the event. We had photos with the Easter Bunny, and Barra Church was a huge, huge help to our event, as they have been in previous years, just putting out the candy or the eggs out through the age group. So that was a lot of fun, and one of their members was also a huge help with the Easter, being the Easter Bunny. Okay. The Tastage Trophy Club is only 18 days away, April 29th from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Independence Park East. We will have 2 live bands. This will be our second annual with beer and wine sales. This year it would be from Blue 22 here in Trophy Club. We have a total of 10 food vendors confirmed as of today. We have bounce houses for the kiddos, sponsors from Renewal by Anderson Window Replacement, and Freeform Chiropractic of Trophy Club. So please note this date on your calendar. Again, it's April 29th at Independence Park East from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. The POW MIA monument has been installed, and we are hosting a unveiling ceremony Monday, May 20th, 2023 at Independence Park West at the Veterans Memorial Park from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. The monument will be unveiled here at this ceremony. We will have various speakers at present. And in case there's a family that would like to submit their contact information through our website to represent their loved ones, we are accepting applications at the moment, and we will notify and announce those names at the ceremony.
Tony, can I reinforce that?
Absolutely.
So we want any families who have a history of prisoner of war or missing in action. Kelly Castonguay is an example. Her great uncle is missing in action in combat. So we want to recognize those families. We want to say the names of those that are missing, and we want to recognize them. So if any Trophy Club residents or residents in the area, if you know of anybody, please get with the town, give us the names so we can get them in the program. We want to read their names and recognize them.
That's correct. They can do that through our website at trophyclub.org. So we are kicking off a new event this summer, what's called the Summer Celebration. It's an end-of-school event. This will be held on May 26th at 6:30 p.m. at Independence Park East. There'll be 600 free meals donated by In-N-Out Burger. Entertainment for children will be provided until the night ends, with the movie projected on a 40-foot tall screen, movie screen. Well-reviewed animated film Puss in Boots: The Last Wish will be played that night. More details to follow. Please visit our website as well at trophyclub.org. Memorial Day ceremony Monday, May 29th at Medland Cemetery from 10 to 11. Great opportunity for our community to come together to honor those who gave the ultimate sacrifice for our country. The ceremony will include various speakers from the military and local leaders, live national anthem and TAPS performance. Metroport Veterans Association and their chair, Emily Ledich, will collaboratively work with us to make this ceremony happen. Our 4th of July event, 5K parade celebration and celebration, is on Tuesday, 4th of July, with things kicking off at Byron Nelson High School at 7:15 a.m. with the 5K. At 9:30 we'll have our Parade of Patriots, and at 6 p.m. we'll have our celebration at night. Fireworks will be approximately at 9:40 p.m. And then please, just as a reminder, we will have our band come back on after the fireworks show, and the food vendors will be also available to continue selling their food. Okay. The community pool project is still underway. We are on schedule to open on time Memorial Day weekend. The completion of the pump room for the competition pool and the kiddie pool has been completed. We do have now circulation, and we have chemicals running through the pool. The next step will be the splash pad. And we have the upgrade of our concessions, our break room, our office, and our electric room being done in phase 1 as well. So things are underway, and they're met with the contractor today, and he's still confident that we'll open on time. Okay. We do have over 30 applicants that we have hired for their seasonal help as well, and that includes our pool and our summer camp program as well. So we are way ahead of the schedule. I'm very proud of that. And just a quick little update on the pickleball courts. I met with an additional firm for a second opinion on the cost. I am receiving that fee proposal this Friday. Just wanted to make sure that we're being good stewards and getting a second proposal, second set of eyes on this project. We want to make sure it's well executed, and having a second set of eyes will not hurt. The timeline, I will know more of that information this Friday, and I can provide the council with an update, or Town Manager Arata with that update as well, to provide it with you. So it does take up to 8 weeks completion after start of construction. However, what I failed to mention at the last meeting, there's 4 weeks of cure time after the service has been applied. And this gives us a better understanding with our RFP process, and I will have more information once I receive that second proposal this Friday for you guys. That concludes my update for Parks and Recreation. I am available for any questions.
Any questions for Tony? Well, thanks so much, and I know you had a lot of information for us, but some key dates for upcoming events. Check our town website for those, or the Trophy Club Parks and Rec Facebook page as well to keep up to date on those events, because anything like last year, they're going to be great again. So thanks for all that you and your team do for us, and for keeping us a fun town for events and all the beautiful trees, and for our 19th year of being a Tree City, USA.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
On to public comments. This is an opportunity for citizens to address the council on any matter. The council is not permitted to discuss or take action on any presentations made. Presentations are limited to matters over which the council has authority. Speakers have up to 4 minutes or the time limit determined by the presiding officer. Each speaker must have submitted their request to speak by completing the speaker's form, or they may email mayorandcouncil@trophyclub.org. We do have a speaker this evening. Ms. Nymphius, if you'd like to come to the podium and state your name and address, please.
Hello, everybody. Tiffany Nymphius, 214 Fresh Meadow Drive, Trophy Club. So I'm here tonight to request that council consider assembling the Charter Review Commission. I know it's been a while since the last time the commission met, and Article 11.15 states that the Charter Review Commission will make recommendations that will help protect or enhance the rights, powers, and benefits of all Trophy Club residents. Such proposed amendments shall improve its effective application to current conditions, and I believe the current conditions require a look at the residency requirements. 5 years ago, we had an incident where an incumbent candidate's residency came under scrutiny, and we were faced with another residency status being questioned. The current residency requirements call for a candidate to be a qualified voter of the town, and they must reside and have resided for at least 12 months preceding the election, amongst other things. That's Article 3.02, by the way. So I looked into the election code to see if there's a clear delineation addressing residency and becoming a qualified voter. The Texas Election Code, Article 1.015, defines residence as one's home and fixed place of habitation to which one intends to return after any temporary absence. It goes on to add, a person may not designate a previous residence as a home and fixed place of habitation unless the person inhabits the place at the time of designation and intends to remain. Because there can be a gap between the time a person moves to a new address, updates their driver's license, and voter registration lists are updated, I feel like an update to our home rule charter would help ensure that a candidate is a valid candidate. It could be something as simple as stating that Trophy Club must be a candidate's primary residence, because a person can only have one primary residence. Most of the time that's designated with a homestead exemption. Homestead exemption applications in most states have you answer the question of, do you reside on the property described herein, as well as a statement that the exemption remains in effect for as long as you own and reside on the property. So we would know that a resident is a valid voter in town. Article 11.14 of the Home Rule Charter discusses code of ethics and conduct. I think it would also be beneficial to the residents in town as a whole to include the policy and applicability of the code of ethics, Article 1.05 in the Code of Ordinances, within this section, just for transparency. I think it's good for everybody to have information. Going back to Article 3.02 of the Home Rule Charter, it says the council shall be the judge of qualifications of candidates. Article 3.04 goes on to say the Home Rule Charter states that a mayor or council member shall forfeit his office for a few reasons. Some of those reasons are lacking any qualification prescribed by the charter, convicted of a crime involving moral turpitude. And for those who may not know, moral turpitude is defined as a wicked, deviant, unethical behavior that is a departure from ordinary social standards. Crimes of moral turpitude include such things as fraud, forgery, or embezzlement. And then I would just like to read item 5 of the Code of Fair Campaign Practices. I will not undertake or condone any dishonest or unethical practice that tends to corrupt or undermine our system of free elections or that hampers or prevents the full and free expression of the will of the voters, including any activity aimed at intimidating voters or discouraging them from voting. And a statement that each candidate attests to on their application. I swear that the foregoing statements included in my application are in all things true and correct. You will all be presented with a packet tonight that is full of information that shows multiple violations of the Home Rule Charter. All of this information has been pulled from public records, and the residents of this town have been lied to. We do not have to stand here and take it. The council has the ability to make changes, and I'm here to request that that happen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any other speakers signed up for this evening?
No.
No? Okay, well, that will end our public comments item, and we'll go to our next item, which is consent agenda. But before we do so, in full transparency, I just handed out my packet as well to my fellow council members, outlining my Texas residency requirements that I do satisfy. Out of the 2 documents required, I've provided you with 6, which would be my Trophy Club driver's license, my CHL Trophy Club, also my car registration, my insurance from my State Farm agent Chastity Murphy, and also my, what else do I have?
Point of order.
Car registration.
Point of order, point of order.
Mayor, we have, I know it's citizens' appearance, it's not on the agenda, we can't respond, I'm trying to interrupt.
Oh, I've ended the public comments
I know,
portion,
but-
and I'm moving on to consent agenda, so I'm kind of in the middle there.
But this particular topic doesn't sound to be on an agenda.
Okay. Well, in full transparency, that's what I just handed out. And for those of our taxpayers, we know there's a difference between homestead exemption and a difference in residency, 2 separate things. So, all right, on to our consent agenda. Let's see. Do I have a motion?
I move to accept the consent agenda.
I have a motion by Councilman
Second.
Beach and a second by, who was that? Dennis? Was that
Yep.
you? Mayor Pro Tem Sheridan. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? And that passes unanimously. All right, individual items, our future agenda items list.
Mayor and council, on our future agenda items list, we have a few items.
Do we still call you Chief Arata or
yeah,
Interim
that's
Town
fine.
Manager Arata? I don't
Yes.
know what to, how
Chief's fine.
Patrick? Okay.
Monument entry and landscaping update, we have a proposal back by half, so we need to get together with the art subcommittee and review that proposal for entryways. And then once we do that, we'll go ahead and bring it to full council for a recommendation. So we're working on our strategic plan for budgeting solutions and stuff. So next week during our, we're not going to call it a retreat, we're going to call it an advance. So starting on April 18th through the 20th, the team will get together and work through some of those ideas and stuff for the upcoming budget season. Modifying our existing Veterans Memorial Day with the Space Force. As Tony mentioned, on May 20th, we'll be unveiling that. It's already been in place, so thank you for that. The Hogan's Glen drainage, requested topic, we're going to put that on the next agenda item. I know we're there's a possibility of discussing it during executive session, but it'll be on the next agenda. And the same with the roundabout signage. We have that plan coming together. Matt and his team has been working on that. We received the old signage plan from the original roundabout before we took those signs out, so we'll be bringing that forward here in the next couple of meetings to discuss that. So, and then on the drainage, public drainage improvement and stuff, we're going to be meeting with Councilman Sheraton and Matt together with TMP and discuss that plan, and we'll bring some of that stuff forward in the future also. So is there anything else I'm missing or that we want to add?
Mr. Flynn?
Yeah, I just want to reiterate, Tony, you mentioned the pickleball issue, so
Yes.
I know you already said that, but it was such a hot topic. The place was packed
Yes.
here, and so, Tony, to the extent that you can keep us updated, not only council, but the entire town, the times, dates, that kind of
Okay.
stuff. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and just to reiterate what Tony said, the program, it's a big investment and a big development plan. So we have the space, we have everything in place. It's just going to take us more than weeks. It's going to take a few months. So if people just give us time and to get it right, we're going to be doing that. So, but we will keep you updated.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, the time is now 7:31, and we will recess into executive session pursuant to the following designated section of the Texas Governmental Code annotated Chapter 551. The town council will recess into executive session to discuss the following: A, Section 551.074, personnel matters, and B, Section 551.071, attorney-client privilege. Oh, I knew.
She's in bed.
I knew to let her go early. People think it's a secret what's coming, but they always know.
It'll cure you or it'll kill you.
On my agenda here. So I'm going to go back to that. This will be item 9, right? All right. You guys ready?
Yep.
Well, let me think about it for a minute. Yeah.
Second.
No, I lost my-
Did we not take care of this hazard mitigation?
Which one?
This hazard mitigation?
What's that?
That was consent.
That was on consent agenda.
That was on the side consent? That's right, that was the one on, got it.
Okay, the time is now 9:24, and we're going back into open session. I'm going to go back to item number 9 on our future agenda items. Resident brought up a good point earlier about creating a subcommittee within our Charter Review Committee to address some of our ethics practices and policies, and she did refer to our Code of Fair Campaign Practices. She cited item 5. I'd like particular attention paid to 1, 2, and 7 as well. I will conduct the campaign openly and publicly and limit attacks on my opponent to legitimate challenges to my opponent's record and stated positions on issues. I will not use or permit the use of character defamation, whispering campaigns, libel, slander, or scurrilous attacks on any candidate or the candidate's personal or family life. I will immediately and publicly repudiate methods and tactics that may come forth from others that have pledged not to use or condone. I shall take firm action against any subordinate who violates any provision of this code or the laws governing elections. So I would like to put on the future agenda items list that recommendation that we do address those issues during charter review and see how we can make sure when candidates sign this that they adhere to it. Do I have a second? Or I can do it as the mayor, right? I'll just do it myself. Thank you. Okay, do we have a motion from executive session?
I do. Mayor, I make a motion to execute the SGR contract as presented.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? And that passes unanimously. Any more business this evening? Okay. Well, good night. I'm off to my home and trophy club. Enjoy.
You're yourself gymnastics.
Fine.